What's up, Mary of Nazareth? This is Mr. Rice back again for another computer class update. As you requested, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my fish because that was the most popular of my various creatures that I showed you. I'll talk about the other ones too because they're pretty cool. But I have 3 different kinds of fish in my aquariums. I have guppies, I have white cloud minnows, and I have 2 girl betas. So, all my fish seem to get along pretty well with each other. I have lots of plants. The plants are very good for the ecosystem. They suck up all of the waste the fish make. And the snails, of course. And talking about snails, I wanted to show you the thank you card that I made for Harrison, our snail expert. It made his day when he received this with all of your messages put together into one little nice card. So thank you for sending those thank you messages to Harrison because it really made him happy to receive this. And I also wanted to mention I have pet fish and pet snails. I think some of you do as well. But I saw some people had a really cool animal as a pet. Some people had chickens. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I've kind of always wanted to have chickens as a pet because I think they are an excellent pet. I think it'd be very exciting to have them, in fact. So hopefully I don't crack any more jokes. Alright, and today the main topic is going to be stop motion, as you requested. But before that, I have some green screen requests as well that I'm going to get right into. So, Liam asked us to see a city, and Fiona asked to see a big city called Paris. It's the capital of France in Europe. So, Paris is a big city with a rich history. Jada asked to see the Eiffel Tower, which is one of the main landmarks in Paris. And Ella asked to see the sky, and Abby asked to see the sunset. So I put them all together into one video. But the Eiffel Tower is not my favorite place in Paris. That honor would belong to Sacré-Cœur Basilica, the Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So this is a cool place. My family visited Paris like 5-6 years ago. I don't even know. But this is the coolest place because Jesus has been adored in the Blessed Sacrament in Sacré-Cœur perpetually, 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's all the time since like 1850 or something like that. So like 150 years. Jesus in the Eucharist has been being adored because God, Jesus, is present in the Eucharist. So that's why you kneel before the Eucharist at Mass. And I went to this basilica, and I got to go there in the middle of the night, and at 2 o'clock a.m. I got to pray before Jesus in the Eucharist. But you don't have to go all the way to Paris to do that. At St. John Neumann, one of our 7 parishes, there is perpetual adoration. So the Eucharist is there. Even during the pandemic, they have him right behind a window, and you can drive up your car and look into the window and see Jesus in the Eucharist and pray to him and adore him. So please take a moment with your family to drive over to St. John Neumann and stay in your car so you're safe and pray to Jesus in the most holy sacrament of the Eucharist. That's a wonderful opportunity. I saw, I think, Nurse Williams and a couple of other teachers have been there recently, too. So, on to our main topic of the day, stop motion. So, stop motion is pretty cool because it looks like magic. This Lego set is building itself? What's going on here? So, stop motion, you make little tiny movements and you take a picture every time. So, for this movie, I put 1 brick at a time and took a picture. 1 brick, took a picture. You can see I accidentally took pictures of my hand, which you're not supposed to do because that doesn't look magic anymore. But you take all these pictures and you put them together into a movie because movies are made out of thousands of pictures. And as Neil Armstrong said, it's one small step for man, a giant leap for mankind when he walked on the moon. Well, guess what? Stop motion is many small steps. So it has to be very small steps or else it would look very jerky. Let's look at another one. So this one is a birthday picture for my cousin. Maybe you saw, she loves soccer, so I had her kicking the soccer ball at the beginning. She has red hair too. So look at this. All the Legos are moving in one by one. Each time I take a picture. Move a little bit, take a picture. Ooh, special effect. And, yeah, you can move the arms. And, yes, so I piece all of these together to give my cousin a very happy birthday gift. And that's a little me version with the beard. Thanks for all that you've been complimenting my beard. So you can see here how I would make a little motion, take a picture. I had a little remote control where I could take the picture, so I got into rhythm of it. I was like taking a picture a second. I took 400 pictures to make this movie. So that's a lot of pictures. But at about 10 frames per second. You can do the division. 400 divided by 10, about 40 seconds of footage in the end of the day. I replay it just because I've spent hours on this, so I should probably get it in there twice. So, pretty cool. I didn't put the special effect that time though. So yeah, but you can make some pretty cool movies using stop motion. You had some cool ideas like candies. I was thinking about Swedish Fish. That'd be a fun one to do, like swimming around and whatnot. But yeah, y'all have awesome ideas. And that reminds me. So you might have misunderstood what my idea was with asking for your suggestions about cool ideas for stop motion. I'm not going to do your ideas because I want you to do your ideas. I don't have some kind of monopoly on creativity. I want y'all to use your creativity and make something just as awesome, if not more awesome than the things I did. And I know you can because I made these kind of things in 3rd grade. Now, shorter ones, because they take a long time, the longer they are, the longer they take to make. But check out some of the ones I made in 3rd grade. Conflict featured heavily in my early work. Quite a profound film. This one is actually really cool.
Don't disappear my brother, you big bully! Reappear my brother! Oh, right, reappear your brother. Good. Hey, we're back together!
Now this one's gonna be a little scary coming up here. This one's also a silent movie. So movies didn't always have sound. There was a time before movies had sound. They were also black and white back in the day. No, I wasn't alive then. Just moving the special effects back too. I was scared, but I'm just happy, so that's all right. It's all right. Now, another reason why I know that y'all can do some pretty awesome things, and I don't have to just do everything for you, is because check out what Jack made back at Christmas time. We did a different kind of animation, which I'm going to show you in another video. Both how you could do stop motion, or since maybe not all of you have cameras and Legos or something cool to use for that, I'm also going to show you how you can do these kind of animation using Google Slides, because we all have Google Slides. So Jack put together shapes in Google Slides to make this awesome thing. I mean, look at the creativity of that. The elbow joint, that is awesome. Like, I don't even know how he thought of that. This is way better than the example I showed, so y'all can make better things than I make. Now check out this other one. This one's even cooler in some ways. I mean, it's just awesome. Because, I mean, look at the great use of the background. See, like, some of you all try to find, like, pictures online where I told you to use the shapes. Jack used the shapes, and he used one picture that's a stock picture. But he used it really effectively because the focus is on his creative thing. Don't just stick together things other people make. Make your own awesome things. Like what? Yeah, you got to watch this. It's the coolest thing. Thanks, Jack, for these awesome videos. Oh, yeah, look at the legs. Oh, and then look at the jump. Like the gravity effect there, that's perfect. Nice job, Jack. And how he patiently, like, he probably put at least 100 slides, if not 200 on this. So it takes work to make these things and patience, but it pays off. Look at how that patience pays off. Video editing takes patience. It can take me a week to make a video sometimes. But when you do, yeah, you can see the results. Wow. Thank you, Jack, for that amazing thing you made back around Christmas time when we did that in class. So with that, that is all I have in this video. I'm going to attach the other video where I give longer and more detailed instructions about how you can do stop motion animation or Google Slides animation. But for now, that is all for computer class. Oh, wait a second, I almost forgot. So one of the Driscolls, I forgot if it was Anna or Claire. They both asked similar questions about my favorite things. But I remember one of the favorite things they asked about was, what is my favorite book? Now, my favorite book is well, it's anything by J.R.R. Tolkien, really. J.R.R. Tolkien was a Catholic author. He made the most amazing things. Lord of the Rings, if you've heard of it, is the coolest book. And The Hobbit is a better book for kids. It's a little bit simpler, and yeah, it's just the most fun book ever. It's an adventure story, an adventure! So, if you want to learn about The Hobbit, let me know in the Google form, because I'm kind of missing all y'all, you know? I don't see you, because other teachers get to Zoom with their class and see everyone, but I don't really Zoom, because I just make these videos. But I kind of would want to read The Hobbit anyway. So, if you want me to make Zoom calls, and it's completely optional, of course, but make Zoom calls in which I would read The Hobbit to you all, I like to do voices. In the hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. This was not a nasty hole, but a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. Yes, so things like that. If you want to hear The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, my favorite book, read aloud by me on Zoom, let me know in the Google form, because I'd be happy to do that. So, with that, I hope you all have a great week, and goodbye from Computer Class Update.